Sir, would you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and your DOC number.
Samuel Foreman, 596-256.
All right, thank you, sir. And we have joining us today by Zoom, we have Shakisha McGee, your aunt Adriana Foreman, Uncle Al Shropshire, the first 72, Mr. Miles, and your cousin Anthony Foreman. And 3 of your guests will be allowed to speak at the appropriate time. Mr. Foreman, you're classified as a 3rd felony offender. You're currently serving a 13-year, 3-month sentence for possession of clonazepam, possession of oxycodone, possession as a habitual offender, possession with intent to distribute heroin. You have a parole eligibility, which was October 1st of 22. Your good time date is September 14th, 2031. Is that information correct as of today?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, your case has been assigned to Mrs. Wise. Would you answer her questions?
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Just slide back just a little bit. We can hardly see your face. There you go. Well, the light's still, but that's better. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Can't complain, ma'am. Thank you very much.
All right. And you just you graduated from Steve Hall on when?
June the 30th.
Okay, so tell us top 3 things you learned that you didn't already know.
27 risk factors really played a major part of my life. Also learning that the love of my family and the love of support plays a major role in my life. Also, I learned that. Also learned the values and true meaning of life itself.
Good, good. So if you're successful today, what's your plan? Where would you live and how would you support yourself?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, it kind of clicked out. I said, so if you're successful today, where would you live and how would you support yourself?
I would live with my auntie right now, 100 Mary Lane Road in New Orleans, Louisiana. And I also have a job that's planted up already that I already had prior to my incarceration at Parole. I'm a welder, so I have my job still set.
You have a job set up as a welder?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I do want to state for the record that during your time at Steve Hall, you had no write-ups, you even had 3 positive behavior reports. That's commendable. And you took a lot of other programs as well. What's your education level?
I received my GED in 2000.
In 2000?
In 2, yes, ma'am.
2002.
Yes,
did you do a welding trade or you just learned it?
On-hand job skills, learning and trade.
Great, great. That's a great opportunity. Great opportunity. When you let's talk about your supervision last time when you got out. You know, you didn't stay out very long. You got off supervision 5/23/19, and then you're right back. What's that all about?
Wrong decision making, man. Wrong crowd that I was around. Wrong decision makings.
So were you using drugs or were you dealing drugs? Or, you know, you had a large sum of money this last time.
Dealing drugs, man. Drug dealer, dealing drugs.
What age you started dealing drugs?
At the age of 17.
And how old are you today?
44, man.
Well, what do you say to that?
To be honest with you, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm very ashamed to sit here at the age of 44 and tell you that enough is enough. I should have came to this conclusion.
And you were the father of 5 children, the record shows, right?
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
How many children do you have?
5.
How many mothers is that?
That's 3 different mothers.
And what's the age range of your children, the oldest and the youngest?
22, 2 16-year-olds, and 2 12-year-olds.
Okay. And so they know their father is a drug dealer, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sad to say it. Yes, ma'am.
The DA's office did not expressly oppose. Just wanted you to make sure that you follow the treatment plan that's set forth. But based on our conversation, you weren't using so much as you were addicted to the money. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that's what it sounds like.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I agree with you.
You do have a low Tiger score. There's some indication, there was some indication that you what I'm getting at. That your contact in the record is a girlfriend. Tell me about that relationship.
My contact with my girlfriend?
Yeah, your contact, your emergency contact that I saw in the record is a girlfriend. Tell me about that relationship with the girlfriend.
Shakisha McGee.
Yes.
I met her about 7, 8 years ago now. To be honest with you, she's the love of my life. She's the love of my life, man, and I'm really looking forward to spending the rest of my life with her.
But you have to be able to support her legally.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about your write-ups. How long you been in jail on this charge this time?
52 months.
2 months, okay. How many write-ups have you had?
None, ma'am. None.
Good. All right, that's all I had. Can we hear from the staff there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good morning.
Morning. Tell us how he's been doing.
Well, he's been doing great up here. We haven't had any issues. I don't even recognize his name, which is always a good thing when you're doing the disciplinary stuff here. So we'd like to see that every once in a while. We do have someone from the Steve Hall program that might be able to speak.
Good. Yes, sir. Let's hear from them.
Hey,
Morning.
my name is Jessica Frizzell. I'm with Steve Hoyle. Mr. Foreman's done well in treatment. He was able to recognize that he was in denial about certain things, that he's trying to right some wrongs currently. He was good in treatment. He scored well on his test. He did more than he had to do. He didn't have any write-ups, and he had, you know, the 3 positive behavior reports where counselors noticed he was going above and beyond.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Foreman, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good. You told Ms. Wise you completed the Steve Hall program in June of this year, and she asked you what you get out, and you said you finally found out the true meaning of life. What is the true meaning of life?
Living a productive citizen role, living for your family, being a father for your kids, being a great spouse for your spouse. I also have grandkids that I also have too, and that plays a major part of my life too. I wanna be able to be a great grandfather.
What are the most 3 important things in life?
What are the 3 most important things in life? Family, honesty, and I'm gonna say truth.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Foreman, we'll hear from your guests. We'd like to first hear from Shakisha, Ms. McGee.
Hello, I'm Shakisha McGee. I'm on today to see if I'm able to have my husband back. Since he's been gone, there's been a lot of things going on in my life that I really need him here for. I have an 11-year-old son that's wishing and hoping that he's able to come home and be with him to teach him the right way of life and just to be able to be with his kids and his grandkids.
All right, thank you, ma'am. We appreciate your remarks. And we have Ms. Adriana Foreman and Mr. Shropshire, I believe, are both at the same location. So could we hear from the aunt first?
Hi, I'm Aldrima Foreman.
Okay.
I'm Samuel Foreman aunt.
What would you like us to know?
I would like for my nephew to come home. And I think, and we all think as a family as a whole, that he deserves another chance to be home with his grandchildren, his children, so he could raise them. And I think that, you know, he deserves another opportunity to be home and work, get him a job, and he will be living with me. And we also will be going to church, serving God, and living the life he's supposed to live with the family and doing the right thing.
All right, great. And Mr. Shropshire?
Yeah, I will say, how you doing? I'm Al Shropshire. I'm Samuel Foreman uncle. And I will say he will, you know, will be coming here, going to church like we do every Sunday, being with his family and being a father figure the way it is out here in this world today. They do need to father them children for coming out here. And we will see to it that he will be doing his work and doing everything like he's supposed to be, or being a father.
All right, thank you both for joining us today. And then we have somebody from the first 72, Mr. Miles.
Yes, good morning, Darryl Miles here. After conversing with Mr. Samuels, we have a plan in place that we know will keep Mr. Samuels on the right path. That plan includes our 9 steps to staying free program, which is a drug prevention program. It helps guys who are formerly addicted, not just to the drugs, but to selling drugs. That's a unique type of addiction. And we have one of our counselors has been 31 years free of selling drugs. So if we know he can do it, we know we have the proper program in place that can help Mr. Foreman do it as well. We understand that he have a loving family who will be there. We will be his family as well. He would have 24-hour consultation if needed. Like I said, we have people in place that would work with him in this 9-step program. So along with the Steve Hall experience and our experience going forward, we believe that Mr. Foreman would be a success should the board grant his release today. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, sir. And Mr. Foreman, is there something you'd like to say to us before we vote?
I really appreciate the time and the effort that you all took to have me this morning. I also would like to say, if I'm given a chance, that I would be highly appreciative of it. I just want the opportunity to give back to the society and the community that I once helped destroy. And God bless you. God bless you, and thank you once again for the opportunity.
All right, thank you, sir. We're ready to vote, Mrs. Wise.
Yes, sir. Mr. Foreman, your street name was Bean, right?
Yes, ma'am. Nickname. Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, you need to take Bean and make it some kind of positive acronym to use going forward. One thing we can say about you, you have the tools you need to stay out. You've been given all the tools you need. You articulated well today, you have them. We don't know if you're gonna use them or not, only you decide that. But my vote is to grant today because of the positive comments from the staff, how you done in treatment, no write-ups this time, good programming, lack of opposition from the DA's office this time, and your transition plan. You have good support. I want you to follow, special condition that you follow the release plan set by Steve Hall. You participate with the first 72, and that you I'm glad to hear you say about helping the community give back. You were known as a drug dealer, so you need to go out and show that you're changed. So 6 months after release, start performing community service hours, at least 6 hours a month. 6 months after release. Your mother's church, your aunt's church, they need things done. You got some senior citizens that need yours mowed. They need to see you out, like you said, rebuilding the community to it out. Best wishes to you, sir. That's what, I'm only one vote. That's my vote.
Mr. Russia.
Madam Chairman, Mr. Foreman, my vote is the same, for the same reasons, under the same conditions, as reasons why.
Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Foreman, I saw you last time in October and I didn't vote for you then, if you recall. Reason I made a note saying you didn't recognize your problem. But I think you addressed that now, and I enjoyed listening to you speak this morning. So I will concur with my colleagues. My vote is the same, for the same reasons, with the same special conditions. Good luck to you. We don't want to see you again, okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, good luck to you.
God bless you.